What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 12 of the Rec Report. We made it through a dozen episodes, guys.
It's crazy.
Can you believe it?
It's like a pack of donuts.
It's like a pack of donuts. And just like a pack of donuts, the 12th episode, you don't feel that good about consuming because you know you've already consumed 11 of them before. It seems a little unhealthy. That kind of deal.
No, I don't feel that sometimes.
Oh, okay, never mind. I don't know what I was going on with. Yeah, this is good, healthy, educational content. So on today's episode, we're going to be talking about your guys' responses to our biggest knife turn-offs video. We're actually going to be doing a little bit of a challenge here today with the guys, and we're going to be talking about what we'd like to see from Demko Knives in 2022. Stick with us for all that and more.
Hey, what's up?
Alrighty guys, so in the last episode we told about our biggest knife turn-offs, and we got a huge amount of responses about other people's knife turn-offs. So I'd like to go through these because there's a lot of them that really turned me off too, but that I didn't really think of.
Yeah, there were a lot that I was like, oh yeah, that too.
Exactly. So number one, Michael Duke, he got 7 likes in this comment, so you know other people were feeling it too. Pinned construction. When you can't take a knife apart.
Right now.
Yes.
So, I purchased this Max 2 lightweight off of Everett, and I was like, man, I want to customize it. I like doing that to my knives, and I really like this color called Northern Lights from the Spyderco shop. And I go there, and I'm asking Everett, I'm like, hey, how do you take the blade out of this? He's like, well, I don't know for sure. You might want to look up a video, but I don't think you can take it out. I was like, no way. Watched the video, sure enough. You
ran to Nick Shabazz's channel, probably.
There was no video because you can't take it out. One thing you can do is get the screw replacement for him, but I didn't do that.
Do you have to drill the pins out then?
Yeah.
Or, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's
so
crazy.
I ended up taping up the knife, so it looks good when it's open. Yeah, that's definitely a pet peeve.
Yeah, so what you're saying is that you agree with Michael on that one. And actually the first response to this is looking at you, Manix 2 lightweight.
Yep.
So that's perfectly you. Everett, have you seen any on these or seen any of these on there?
Yeah, one that really touched me was from 138 Vicious, free spinning pivots.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate a free spinning pivot, especially in custom shop. It's like you need 4 hands to try to get the knife apart.
And it turns an easy job into either a 2-person job or a much longer job than it needs to be. Totally agree with that. Jeremy on here is when the blade is just short of the handle. I've cut my palm a few times on knives when the blade is a little too long or the handle is too short. And someone came at my beloved Malibu in the comments of that. And I was taking a look, and you guys might actually be right. It has a really, really high blade to handle ratio. So like actually the tip of the knife comes all the way to the end of the handle, so I could actually see that being an issue. And that got a few likes. So I know people are feeling that comment as well. And I noticed that after people bring their knives in to get sharpened 25, 30 times, that becomes more of an issue, especially with a contoured handle, because the tip can kind of back further and further and further down the handle. And then eventually you got something dangerous there. Let's see, anything else?
One I saw was insufficient lock access, like on the Gail Bradley, for instance.
Yep.
A lot of people completely write that knife off because it's hard to get to the lock.
You actually had to end up modifying some Wee Banters the other day.
Yep.
To give more lock access, and that actually turned out really, really cool. Okay, Mike S4 628, a really cool design that I love to have, but there's no option to swap the clip for left-handed carry. That is a huge, huge issue.
Or can't swap from tip up to tip down.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's a huge issue, and especially when the reverse side of the handle is just completely flat and it looks identical to the clip side. It's like, How much more would it have cost?
Right.
I understand, like, if you have a clip that is like it curves to one side to match the contour of a handle, that you need a secondary clip to match the contour on the other side. But if it's a straight clip like this and the reverse side looks exactly the same, this one obviously is left-hand compatible. But I see that all the time. Like, I'm always looking through product images and whatnot. I'm like, that knife could totally have a reversible pocket clip, and it just doesn't.
Happens a lot on higher end knives too.
Yep.
But then you have like the cold steels who actually even give you the secondary clip to put it on the left hand side.
It's a great idea.
It's more of an aesthetic thing. They don't want the holes there.
I get it.
With nothing.
And it's like, what are left-handed people, like 10% of the population?
Yeah. But then you could do something like what Hinderer does, where they put the pin there to cover the holes up.
Yeah, and then it's like a piece for customization down the line, which is kind of cool. But yeah, so you guys had a lot of really good turn-offs. One said turn-off for me would be when Spydercos have too much Loctite. We talked about that a few episodes ago with the red Loctite they used to include on all their models. That was pretty punishing back in the day.
Yeah, I actually completely wrote off the PM2 from my first one because it had so much Loctite.
And you would need a really, really good set of bits to not absolutely booger up those screws.
I actually ended up having to boil the knife to loosen up the Loctite because I didn't have any other way.
That was the old forum method.
It was the old forum method, is dip it in boiling water. So it worked, but it took me years to finally come back around and try the PM2 again after that.
That's hilarious. And now I know you come back around. All right, guys. So I have an idea for today. We talk a lot about our preferences for knives, what we like, what we dislike, this, that, and the other. So I thought it would be fun to actually design our own knives today. And, you know, I was thinking, should we do it on CAD? Should we do it on some design platform on the computer? And then I remembered that we don't have a budget. So what I got for us is colored pencils directly from Crayola. Shout out to Crayola for sponsoring today's video. Just kidding. And just some printer paper. But I want you guys to watch. There's not going to be any collusion. I'm going to go to my desk, or Riley can go over to my desk. Everett, you stay here, and then I'll go over here. That way we can't see what we're designing. Then we're going to regroup, and we're going to show off our designs. And then I want you guys down below to let us know whose design was the best. And I don't know, what should the winner get? We'll figure it out. The winner gets a free coffee on the next episode.
Nice.
All right, cool.
Now, are we designing folders or fixed blades?
What do you guys want? What do you guys want?
I say just go with whatever's in your head.
That's fine.
I'm probably gonna do a folder.
Okay, let's do folders this time, and then in another episode we'll do fixed blades. So that way we can kind of be on the same playing field. So grab the colors that you need. If you need to grab a different color from someone else, then let them know and don't look at their drawing. All right, guys, we'll be back in just a moment. Okay, guys, I'm gonna reveal my perfect knife design, my ideal knife design. It shouldn't look familiar to anyone. It's not derivative at all.
Looks like a leaf.
I think it's pretty good. All right, just kidding. Anyway, who wants to start?
I'll go first.
All right.
I call this one the turtle shell. It is an orange G10 with a milled titanium pocket clip.
Cool.
And then we've got a Van X sheep's foot with a giant hole and a button lock.
How big is it? Or is that true to size?
Yeah, it's true to size.
Okay, cool. So it's like a 4-inch blade. It's big.
Pretty good.
Here, put a pair 3 next to it. It's big.
It is a big one.
So that's definitely like a 4+ inch blade.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Nice chunk.
Okay, so the ideal use for that is
Everything. It'll do it all.
outdoors.
Yeah.
And the Van X is good because it's got that corrosion resistance.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I dig it. All right, Ev, what you got, brother? Looks familiar.
Hold up to that.
Yes, let's see.
Calling it the copyright infringement
Okay.
because it's way too close to something I'm carrying today. But
Is it two-tone or is this just the grind
two-tone.
line? So it's black DLC up here?
Yep.
And then satin or stonewash?
Yep.
Cool.
And there's Van X. Hollow ground
Okay.
with an axis lock.
Oh.
But it's going to be a purple anodized tie frame with black micarta inlay.
Dude.
Very cool.
I see even jimping back here, like a little bit of... That looks cool, man. You definitely have the best drawing so far.
Well, I was...
Did you trace it? All right, guys. For mine, I am a terrible drawer, but I think I at least got proportions correct. Mine is kind of like a big Warren-y. I really just based this blade off of the Malibu Warren Cliff blade. So just really similar to that. This one's going to be full flat ground like a Spyderco, which is going to be kind of cool. I don't know how how full flat ground would do with it kind of tapering down to the tip there, but it's my dream knife, so we can do whatever we want. 3.5-inch blade, Magna Cut, obviously the coolest steel right now. I put ceramic ball bearings in mine. I don't know if that makes a difference to y'all, but what I was going for here was a flipper, and I don't even know if this is in the right position, but a flipper that could be used as a finger guard, and then also like a big thumb ramp here. This would, the liners would be jimped there. I'm gonna lose a lot of people here. It's got a wire clip on it, but I just freaking love wire clips. I think they sit really nicely in the pocket. And then it's on micarta. And then for this micarta, it's weirdly enough, I'm thinking like QSP micarta.
I was going to say the model already kind of reminds me of a QSP.
Oh, it looks like a pelican.
It does sort of look like a pelican.
Oh, you're right. Okay, that makes sense. I did a lot of QSP stat sheets this morning. That's awesome.
I want to comment on how terribly ergonomic this is.
It looks pregnant.
It's going to be so uncomfortable.
No, it's going to be nice.
These two fingers are going to be pushed down so far.
Trust me, once you get it in hand, you'll know.
It's going to be so painful.
So this one here is like almost 8 inches overall, like 7.4 inches overall. Kind of soft green micarta, wire clip, and that's pretty much it. Oh, the name of mine is the ERF1, the Evan Rogers Folder 1.
Nice.
Oh yeah, yours is the turtle shell, Everett. Yours is the EV31.
Mine kind of looks like a SOCOM.
It does. I get that. In the comments down below, vote for your favorite. I would just use our names because the names of our knives are all silly anyway. But the person who gets the most votes down below is the winner.
And for me, I'll take it.
Shameless self-promotion. Shameless self-promotion. So we've talked about a couple different brands in the past. We talked about some big brands. We haven't really gotten into a lot of the custom guys yet. So I think this is a good opportunity to kind of get a guy who has his foot in both arenas right now. We're talking about Demko Knives today. What do we want to see from them in 2022?
So for 2021, they released the 80 20.5.
Yep.
Super cool knife. I think that if they just one-upped it and did something else for next year, it'd be really cool. Whether it's a new lock or the same lock with a different configuration, I really like that knife.
That's a fantastic knife, and I think it really took the knife community by storm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just the way that the price point that it came in at, it was like right around 150 bucks, right? And it had all the functionality and the fun of his like custom and machine ground 80/20s, but obviously way thinner.
Way thinner.
Way
easier
lighter.
in the pocket.
Yep.
More of an everyday style knife.
100%.
Love the blade shape, the shark's foot. It's really cool.
Oh yeah, and it still has all the strength. It still, or not, maybe not all the strength, but it still has a lot of the strength. It has the integrity of the lock. Super simple design. I think it's really cool. We do know that they're coming out with new steels in the 20.5 in probably the beginning of 2022, which is going to be amazing,
That
especially.
already
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
There's better steel and maybe G10.
Yep.
That would be
And
so
that
sweet.
thin platform.
Dude, that would be sweet. Or
Maybe
you know, it
blade
wouldn't be a Rec Report episode if we didn't recommend micarta.
Right.
Can you imagine a 20.5 in micarta, even with
That would be
Austin A? That would be super, super sweet. I think they're doing different colors, at least in FRN at this point, different steels, and hopefully staying around the $200 price point, which is going to be super, super sweet.
How about you?
For me, I would just like to see some more 80/20s floating around. I think that was I know it didn't come out in 2020 or 2021, but that was the first time I'd ever experienced one in person. It really was kind of paradigm shifting for me because it was a USA made knife, but it didn't use an old school locking mechanism. It was almost like they took the ingenuity that you see out of a lot of these new designers that have overseas produced knives, but then they still made it in the US to insanely high quality standards, and it was still beefy and crazy, but also fun and easy to fidget with. So I'd like to just see more 20s floating around.
Yeah.
I think especially the full tie ones.
Oh yeah.
I know we've spoken in the past to Mr. Demko himself, and he's saying that the titanium scales take about 4 times as long to actually produce the milling pattern on them, because they still do that same awesome knurled pattern that they do on the FRN and the G10 on the 8020s, but it takes about 4 times longer on the titanium.
Wow.
And they're charging like $175 more than a FRN or a G10 model for the full tie. So I think even though it's expensive, it still represents a crazy value right now. So I mean, I would take a full tie one in an absolute heartbeat.
Yeah.
I think like what you're saying, more blade shapes would be sweet. I don't even know what blade shape I'd want to see. Maybe a Tonto, like a crazy Tonto, like a really
cool.
blocky, like a just straight Warncliffe flat on the bottom, and then just a little flick up like that. All right, guys, last couple of weeks we've been talking about different action movie protagonists and what knife we think they would carry. Today we have a suggestion from a viewer, and we're going to be talking about Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead. So guys, what knife do you think Rick Grimes would be stabbing zombies in the eye socket with?
For me, I see the Spyderco Province. It's a really big kind of
I need to look that up.
thick, chunky fixed blade. I also want to think they were using 3V or something in that. But it's just a big, crazy, buoy looking.
Oh, that's sweet. 4V.
4V. I knew it was one of those.
That is sweet looking. G10 handles.
You can just see that strapped on his belt.
That is super badass. I had no idea that existed. I think that's perfect.
I was gonna go with the more American one. I was gonna go with the Hinderer Bowie fixed blade.
Oh, like the Field Tech?
Yeah.
Or like the Ranch?
The ranch buoy.
Yeah, the Ranch would be sweet.
That would be sweet.
Yeah, I think those are both really good choices. Definitely strong and sturdy. For me, I'm kind of going a different direction. I'm going a folder. And I'm going to go with the Benchmade full-size Crooked River.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm doing that is because the whole show, he's somehow finding 44 Magnum revolver ammo. So he's a revolver guy, but you know, that's not the most common caliber in the world. He's obviously going out of his way to carry that because he likes it. He likes old school stuff. So I think the Crooked River kind of has that old school appeal, being wood handles and bolstered and everything like that. Updated materials, strong enough, maybe not to do all the stuff that your guys' fixed blades can do, but I just think it kind of fits his vibe.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking Rick Grimes would carry. Let us know down below what you guys think he'd be carrying while he's ripping it around in a zombie apocalypse. Alrighty guys, I'm going to be doing the random comment picker for the $50 winner. This is from episode 11, which was last week's episode. We're filtering out duplicate users. Let's get it rolling. Oh, gotta get the YouTube comments first. And the winner is Stoffer EDC. I think that's how you pronounce that.
Pretty cool.
Comments a lot on our videos, so shout out. Really appreciate the support. Oh yeah, we were talking about Giant Mouse, what we'd like to see from them in 2022, and said we'd love to see a nice hollow grind from Giant Mouse.
There's a cool Instagram page too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Cool. So shout out. Congratulations on winning the $50. Comment on this video and we'll get it applied to your River's Edge account. Thanks for playing. Alrighty guys, as is traditional, we're gonna be doing a pocket dump today. So Everett, what you got?
As always, unfound leather wallet.
Fantastic.
Have a Sailor Wicked Witch. That is the 1911 L if you're interested.
I noticed there's more people commenting about watches, more people commenting about pens. So we do have some other nerds out there like us.
Right.
Shout out to you guys.
And this is, full-blown fountain, 23 karat nib.
Yeah, I think it's serious.
With purple ink, of course.
Gotta match it.
I3T titanium. Little custom laser engraving there. Wingdings. And
The main event.
Rockstead Chi.
That is so
That's why I called
cool.
my knife the copyright infringement.
Exactly, yes, because that's what you were basing it off of.
But yeah, this was an awesome gift from Cole, our sharpener. Shout out Cole. This will be a lifelong piece in my collection.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that thing is super sweet. How about you, Riley? What you got?
I got a Min X2 lightweight, and that's it.
Classic pin construction on this guy here.
No
Fantastic.
wallet today?
I don't
No wallet, just ripping it with no ID.
Don't know
Heck
where
yeah,
it's
just ghost riding it. I love it. And no watch today.
No watch
You're
today.
off. Did you wake up late? All right. So what I got is the Bento Box Para 3 and M390. Shout out to Thomas Moore of the Millie Club for actually getting me one of the body screws. I lost one of my body
Nice.
screws a few weeks ago. So it's been sitting over on my windowsill until Thomas sent me that. Lynch Northwest clip on there has to be. Titanium i3T as usual. And then the Fisher Space Pen that used to be the display Fisher Space Pen at the store, which is why you hear the shaking in there. But it's my favorite pen.
Nice.
My favorite non-fountain pen.
Nice.
I like that insert a lot. All right, guys. So let us know down below what you're carrying on this lovely Friday afternoon. We always like to see what you guys got. Thank you all so much for making it through this video with us today. This has been episode 12 of the Rec Report. Let us know down below what you guys want to see from Demko in 2022. Make sure to vote for which knife drawing you think is the best. And let us know what you're carrying today, because we always like to see what you guys got rocking on the weekend. So thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you guys in the next episode.